Oi! Okay, so I just finished filming that segment and was about to go downstairs when I heard a very suspicious sound that sounded like a lot of water leaking inside. And so sure enough, came into the next room. Here we're just in the green room with the big bay windows behind me, and yeah, sure enough, there's a massive leak. There's water on the floor. The ceiling is damaged. Very much not ideal. So we're gonna go up in the attic and figure out where it's coming from. We're gonna get a bucket under here to stop the water, and then we're gonna probably throw some money at the problem later. RIP my wallet.
Give me some light here. I can see here it's nice and shiny. I mean, the fact that you can see daylight.
Wow, that is a constant drip.
So, a quick refresher on the state of my roof.
Even if we ignore the lack of insulation here, the current roof situation is a bunch of wooden planks and then shingles nailed straight onto that, which, if you know anything about roofing, you're probably mildly freaking out right now, because normally there'd be sheets of plywood to start off with without any gaps in them. These planks are incredibly charming because they're hand hewn, but that also means that there are large gaps at several places. So normally there should be a good quality sheathing here without any gaps. And then you'd have some sort of underlayment layer like a felt paper that sits between your decking and your shingles, just giving it that nice extra layer of protection in case you lose any shingles. And then your shingles are stapled onto that. Yes, I know I'm skipping a few things, ice and water barriers and ridge caps and flashing. I'm not here to give a lesson on roofing. I'm just trying to give an idea of the current state of my roof and why it's lacking. So eventually, and probably sooner rather than later, we're gonna have to replace this roof and the sheathing underneath it, and it ain't going to be cheap. Should we walk around and check the others?
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, the whole stack here is wet. It comes from there, you know.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I just saw it drip.
Yeah, it's dripping there. Put, yeah, I'm gonna empty that in there. Start with.
Go ahead. Oh, the house that keeps on giving.
It's expected with, you know, with a roof that you can touch. First thing is the shingle, you know.
Yeah.
No sheeting on top, no nothing.
Well, not great. Definitely not great. I mean, it could be worse. Like Phil said, it's actually not that bad considering that there's literally nothing between the wood that you see on the inside of our attic and the shingles outside. Like, one does not roof a house like this in this day and age. It's wild there aren't actually more leaks, but it's just there weren't any leaks last summer, so I was kind of hoping we could wait on the roof a little bit longer, but apparently not. We're probably gonna need to get a new roof on this sooner rather than later. Not good news. First the car, now the roof. It's been a rough couple weeks, guys.
Okay, we are plopped down in the bedroom here where the sun is admittedly doing some serious yo-yoing, so bear with me. But I wanted to talk corgi hobbit hole for a second, because if you watched my renovation plans for 2025 video, this one here, you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, you know where to find it. You can just click on the photo of me under any of my videos or on my channel name. It'll take you to my channel homepage where you can find all of my videos, including this one here. But one of the plans I talked about was my dream to build Canal a whimsical, foresty, hobbit-themed nook right back here, right where this trunk is currently sitting, in an attempt to regain some of my bed back from her. It's really shocking how much space a small dog can take up on such a big bed. Anyway, I have been collecting inspirational ideas from the more general, big picture, idea of how I want it to look, down to the little touches of crafts and things that I want to add to it to make it more cozy and whimsical. And I will be sharing them with you soon, perhaps even asking for your own suggestions of cozy crafts to add. But because the whole purpose of the Corgi Hobbit Hole is to give Canal a bed that feels like an extension of the main bed, it is imperative that it is at the same height as ours. So she doesn't feel like she's being banished to time out, but rather like a privileged princess with just her own private extension, if you will. But that means that I can't start on construction or like detailed planning of that until I'm sure that this mattress is the one that we'll be sticking with for a long time. And unfortunately, that is not this mattress, the one that you have up till now seen on the channel. And if you've been here for a while, you'll have heard the story about how we picked it up off of Facebook Marketplace on our very first drive down to the house, just to have something to sleep on that first night here. And while it did the job valiantly, it was never meant to be a long-term solution. I think I paid something like $50 for it. It was incredibly soft to the point of being floppy, not very comfortable, and it gave me a lot of back pain, which is why I reached out to Birch Living, who is sponsoring today's video, because I have wanted to try their mattresses for a while now. As somebody who sews and has a documented affinity for wool, I know and appreciate the qualities of natural fibers, which is one of the reasons that I was drawn to Birch's mattresses, because instead of fiberglass and polyurethane foams, which can cause harmful off-gassing, their mattresses are made with responsibly sourced materials like organic cotton, organic wool, and 100% natural latex. I went with their Birch Luxe Natural Mattress, which in addition to all the benefits of their natural mattress, also has perimeter edge support, a plush pillow top, and a soft and breathable cotton cover. And let me tell you, this is a serious upgrade. I love my Birch mattress, and I think you would too. So if you are already in the market for a mattress, if you're shopping around, I definitely recommend giving Birch a try. With your Birch mattress, you get a 100-night sleep trial along with a 27-year warranty. And the best part about everything is that Birch delivers your mattress right to your door for free within the US. They also offer in-home setup and removal to make your buying experience as convenient as possible. Head to birchliving.com/JannonMakes to get started on improving your sleep and to get 25% off your Birch mattress. I work hard enough every day that I fall asleep pretty easily, but now instead of waking up with an achy back, I wake up feeling refreshed and revitalized and ready to jump into another day of renovations. Now, if only I could reclaim some of this space back from my dog.
So the next step is going to be to get my tools out and start pulling up floorboards.
So here I'm just doing a shallow first pass to break through the paint layer before cutting all the way through into the tongue. But I'm guessing that somebody tried to minimize the cracks in this old floor with some sort of filler, because my blade kept getting gummed up with some sort of really gross brown gunk that made for really slow going. So after roughly 4 eternities of cutting through, decades of gunk and grime, and then into the board itself, cutting through the tongue and freeing it from its neighbor, I could finally start pulling it out. Then it was time to remove the subfloor, and you can see here that I staggered that cut so that whenever we go to reinstall the top layer, we don't have 2 cuts directly aligned one on top of another. layers of the floor removed, we then had access not only to all the floor joists, but also to most of the wall bays as well, and since this is an exterior wall, it seemed like a great time to put a bit of insulation in there. And actually, you can see that there is a ton of blown-in insulation in the floor joists already, and that is because this is mostly a balloon-framed house, so all of the loose cellulose that they blew in back in the 90s went straight down the walls and then just spilled out into the floor bays.
All of this here is empty completely. And in between, on top of the joist also.
So I guess I'll go haul up some insulation.
I'll put the pink fluff stuff in there.
Pink? No, I might as well put the
Dark wool.
rock wool. It's gonna be in there forever.
Fair. It's gonna be a little challenge to bring it in there, but not too bad. Yeah, there's an upright right here.
Mm-hmm. While it's open, we should mark on the wall
Yeah.
where it is, and clearly mark that like this section doesn't have anything.
And we can also, with a phone, it's gonna be pretty easy. The gap is big enough to inspect and see. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this blown in, but it stops here, and the rest collapse or some shit, you know.
So I guess I'll go haul up some insulation.
It's back!
Shing! Very thin by 2.5. 21.5.
Got 23 left.
An inch by 2.5. Give me 21.5. So I need to remove some pipes to be able to fish the new heating system piping in there. I was gonna cut that first one, but turns out I can bend it out of the way. Let's try. Yep, one down. This one I'm gonna have to cut. Snapped right off.
It was really funny from my angle.
So next step is going to be to pass the heating line for the upstairs, and for that I want to clean up the joist a little bit because there's a bunch of the old ceramic insulator. So I'm gonna remove that right now.
Well, friends, I think today is going to be the day that we finish the heating in our half of the house. It feels like it's been about a week and a half that we've been saying this every day to ourselves. Oh, today is going to be the day that we finish the heating. And it never is. Something always comes up. We have to run and go get more things. My car breaks down. We have to go figure out how to get a new transmission. We have to drop it off. So much stuff has gotten in the way, but I literally, genuinely think that today is going to be the day that we can finally connect this circuit and get the heating upstairs, at least in this half of the house. And then, of course, we still have to tackle the second half of the house, but that's a problem for another day.
We are about to try to fish specks down that hole, through the bays, turn the corner, through that long bay, and pop out for the next radiator. So it's gonna have to turn like 3 corners on that stiff plastic deck. It's gonna be super fun.
Yeah, super fun. Also, we did upgrade the radiator under that window. It's now going to be an 8-foot one.
9-foot ceiling, 8 foot, yeah, that's about right.
So one window got downgraded to 4 foot, the other got upgraded to 8 foot. We gained 2 linear feet in there, but it really had much less to do with the actual amount of heating in the room and a lot more to do with the convenience of running all these pipes. So originally this was gonna be a 5-foot radiator to go under this window, simply because we only needed 10 feet in the room, and it made sense to do like 5 foot there and then 5 foot here. But then we downgraded that one to 4 feet because we have such good access underneath. And now this one, by upgrading it to 8 feet, it is so much longer. It's gonna make our life so much easier because this connection in here, there's so much less space to have to run the pipes. And then if we go all the way to the other end, like there's only maybe a foot and a half in here. So we honestly might not even have to tear up a floorboard here. We legitimately might be able to fish it from the next room there and just finagle our way in here. So I knew that upgrading it to a longer radiator would help us, but having it in the room really makes it obvious what a good decision I think we made. Plus, because this wall here is a pony wall, you can't really put furniture against it anyway, so.
the baseboard cut versus?
I gave it about 7 mil.
We have one mark, you can mark the other one.
So if you've never done any plumbing installation of your own before, basically I had already measured out and centered the radiator under the window for obvious aesthetic purposes, and then we drilled down through the flooring so that we could run the piping under the floor like I discussed in my previous video. This meant we also had to drill some holes to pass the PEX through some of the floor joists, which is very standard operating procedure, but it is a bit awkward in this circumstance because it's very tight, somewhat inaccessible space to get the drill down into, and definitely required some hijinks. Then, once all the holes were drilled, it was time to wrangle some pipes.
Close. I see. Oh, I saw some. Yeah. Tiny bit more. Oh.
One sec.
I think you need to go more towards the outer wall.
I need to flip it up.
No, I saw it first. Oh, tiny bit further. Further.
I'm not sure I can turn the corner. One sec. Is that it?
No, you need to go a little further. Yeah. Okay, wait. I'm touching it. Can we go up? Yeah, up. Yep. It's in the hole. Keep coming. Woo! I got it.
Nice. Okay, I put something to prevent it to go down.
I'm just gonna hang out here. Never letting go.
Nice.
Yeah. Honestly, pretty painless. It'll still go if you pull hard, but
Yeah.
don't pull hard.
The first bracket. Save Mama! Yes, save Mama!
Oh, hello! Oh, yeah, I'm okay.
Just one layer. Is this full cardboard or is it kind of weird? We get here.
I tried to get new cardboard that hadn't been slipped on. Does that look?
You can add a tiny bit. Now we're bang on.
Now we're bang on.
Now, if you are a dog owner or you are a cat servant perhaps, you are probably familiar with the concept of dog mom rules. But if you're not, allow me to summarize. Dog mom rules stipulate that if the dog is on you, then you can't move. You have to stay where you are and pet the dog, and all others in the household are obliged to serve you and therefore your furry overlord until such a moment that your pet decides your lap is no longer suitable, they leave, and you then regain the right to move about your life in a normal fashion. That is precisely what happened here. I don't know why Canel was feeling extra needy or snuggly this day, but very little progress was done by me because I became a victim of dog mom rules. Fortunately, she managed to pin me down with access to at least one section of the radiator that we were working on, so I worked on the right half while Phil worked on the left half. So here's an overview of the whole system. It comes in from the primary bedroom on the other side of the wall. It goes under the floor to this first heater, where it then dips back under the floorboards all the way to the opposite wall. It does a 90-degree turn here thanks to the help of that black elbow. It pops back up, connects to the longer 8-foot radiator, then back down and under the floor where it passes through that red wall and pops up right here on the other side of the wall in the sunroom. Now, the 3 radiators that we are using in this room, they had already been fully installed. You caught a glimpse of us doing that in previous videos, but they were basically all connected to each other, and they were just waiting to be connected to the rest of the system once we finished with the tricky red room. So that is what we are doing here.
Oh my god, the Sharpie's uncapped. Phil, the Sharpie's uncapped! No, cap it. Yes, please. Ah, thank you. Yes. I'm recording this entire thing with the mic facing the wrong way.
Very nice. Hey, it wasn't recorded at least.
It was on record at least. We like to set the bar low here at Shannon Makes. That's gonna be a note for me to just, Shannon, tell myself that in a better circumstance later. Okay, thanks, bye.